Good, y'all. You guys.
All right, is this working? How are we doing? Are you guys there? This is crazy. I've never done this before. And it's weird because I'm actually alone talking to myself right now in my room, but there's like all of these words and stuff popping up on my screen. I am completely blown away. I am very nervous. This is my very first live stream. I think a couple of you actually came in earlier when I was doing like a test. It was like test 2, and then all of you guys popped up, and I was like, oh no, that was an accident. There's actually like 7 tests, and thank God for Sav, because I couldn't have gotten this going without him. He came in. He actually showed me how to put the text on the screen. I had no idea how to do that. So super high-tech stuff going on here today. Anyways, I hope each and every one of you are doing all right. This is so cool because I always talk about like, man, wouldn't it be so neat to talk to you guys like directly, you know? And now I'm actually able to do that, and it's cool. So I don't know how often I'll be able to live stream or like what I'm going to do when I live stream or anything like that, but you know, we'll see. So anyways, what's going on today? We got the Take-Two interactive whatever earnings call today. So Sav, we were kind of talking about it earlier, and basically what we're looking for to make sure everything is on track is for them to project billions more dollars in the coming months, years, whatever. You know, if we hear that, we're good to go. If you've never seen an earnings call before or listened to one, that's what it is. You're going to be listening to it. It's extremely dry, extremely boring stuff, but that's what I'm here to hopefully make more entertaining. So as of now, I can't hop into it. Give me about like 8 minutes, and I should be able to hop into it, hopefully. So if it all crashes and burns or whatever, you guys will be able to see that live, and I'll be completely humiliated, but it is what it is. So I'll probably put up some Grand Theft Auto 6 gameplay, whatever, because it's pretty dry stuff. But let me, hold on real quick, y'all. I'm going to check on this real quick. Yep, still can't get in, but as soon as I can, I will. Anyways, let me look at the chat. How are you guys doing today? Oh no, they're projected to leave the fiscal year at a loss. Man, you guys get me scared. Yes, we will crash and burn together. Yeah, trailer 3, it's actually right behind me. I just have the trailer 2 blocking it at the moment. Eventually I'll do gameplay on here. Hopefully we get gameplay in trailer 3. Hey, what's up? Hello from Texas. To you, Mr. Nebraska. How you doing? I have not seen Obsession. Have you guys, there's that body morphing movie. I forget what it is. I just saw it pretty recently. But this lady, she keeps like taking all this stimulant stuff, or whatever, to like stay young or to get young or whatever. It ends up making her like hideous, and she turns into this big balloon thing. I don't want to ruin it for you guys, but the ending just absolutely blew me away. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Anyways, let me just, their stock just jumped 5%. That's good. Delayed till 2027. Okay, so this is all, to my understanding, coming from a rumor that originated from 4chan, did it not? The Substance, that's right, that's what it's called. You're going to watch the earnings call on here very shortly. You're not going to watch it, you're going to listen to it. It's a phone call. It's a very unsexy, unflattering phone call with very sexy things hidden behind the phone call. Oh no, here comes the spam. Here comes the engagement. Dude, chill. Here, hold on. Ooh. I'm gonna put you in timeout. 5 minutes. Okay, there. All right, I understand everyone's super excited for hopefully trailer 3. I know this month we were really expecting something. I was expecting something. We didn't get jack diddly squat, and you know, it kind of sucks, but that's how they roll. So we'll see what happens. I think it was, what was it, May 19th, just the other day. What was it, May 12th even? That's when all this kind of started. May 18th. Then we got today, that was one of them. We also got the 26th. People, that's kind of the last hope, right, for May, which makes sense. It's towards the end of May. So people are really hoping that we see something on May 26th, the original release date. By the way, Ollie or Oscar, if you're watching this, I'm going to say happy birthday to you again, Ollie. I know you watched the Dandy Andy experience, so I hope you're doing okay, man. Also, if my mouth gets crazy, one of you guys let me know, because I have a secret button to take care of that and fix it. Oh, well, thank you so much, Gibson1996. I hope you're doing all right today, man. Really appreciate you guys being here. I am super, super nervous. I can't say that enough. You guys are freaking awesome. I cannot thank you enough for all of the support you guys have shown me in the past like 6-7 months. I basically just sit here at this desk and work like a freaking madman to get videos. But I recently hired an editor to kind of help me with some other stuff, but you know, I still end up having to edit the videos afterwards. So that's kind of weird. So he handles like maybe one or two a week, and then I do the rest of them. So let's see. 4 minutes until we can get into this earnings call. In the meantime, might I entice you to check out 6Hub? Okay. I told Sav I was going to like basically tell everyone to go and check out this website. You know, basically because of all of his help. If you're not familiar with 6Hub, it's going to basically be like a big community website for, you know, post Grand Theft Auto 6 launch. So if you're looking for people to play with when they eventually do Grand Theft Auto 6 online, all that kind of stuff, you're going to be able to find it here. You know, I had that problem when I played Grand Theft Auto Online, not being able to get a fourth, get a third, stuff like that. But it's much more than that. They've even got like a little frame analyzer thing. And I haven't personally used it, but I hear it is amazing. Whereas they would say in that mixtape game, the tits. So, yes. Anyways, y'all go check that out if you want. I think it gets a little squirrely if you type in like VI. So just put in the number 6hubhq.com. You'll be able to get to it. And yes, I went to Tarrant County Community College. There you go. So, let's see. Man, I gotta be careful. I've got my social security number here. I'm just kidding. Oh, let's see. Oh, dude, thank you. Yugen4720. Genuinely one of my favorite YouTubers. Thanks for what you do. Please do more non-GTA stuff. Love the Starfield video. Man, I appreciate that. I didn't heart the other one. I got to heart you too. It really like freaks me out when I start doing non-GTA 6 stuff. And then like, you know, the reaction of course isn't going to be nearly as good as, you know, the GTA stuff, but I'm hoping you guys are still here afterwards. You know, Sav's talking about, you know, maybe just start another channel, but I don't really want to do that. I kind of want to keep all of us together on one place, but it's up to y'all. So yeah, Sav is freaking amazing. He was a huge help today. I was like panicking, freaking out. I'm like, yo, how do you talk to these people? What do you do? You know, normally I can just cut out things. But you know, he said, just treat it like the Dandy Indy experience. We like to ramble a lot. I've got no problem yapping. I can yap for days. It's just I tend to yap about things that aren't very important or like on the subject of whatever it is we're discussing. So looks like we got 2 minutes till this earnings call. Guys, cross your fingers that I can get into this damn thing. I'm very nervous about this. So, man, I am so excited to get my hands on this damn game. You know, they've delayed it for so long now. It feels like forever, man. And, is it, you know, there's all these jokes, like, is it even real? Like, by the time the game comes out, they're going to be like, nah, never mind, canceled. What if they just canceled Grand Theft Auto 6? What would you guys do? Just canceled it today. That's it. No Grand Theft Auto 6. You're not going to play this game. Everything we showed you was a CGI trailer. So, I don't know. It'd be pretty brutal. I'd have to move to Cyberpunk 2. How old am I? Guess. You want Red Dead? Yes. I don't know. Nice to see you too, bruh. Bruh05. I don't know. Do you guys think Red Dead Redemption needs another game? A lot of people don't like my whole sequel idea or trilogy idea. And a lot of people also like, love and hate the prequel idea of seeing like Hosea and Arthur and all that in their youth. But what do y'all think? $59? Good Lord. No. You guys are close. You're in the ballpark. I am between the age of 27 and 33. 27 is a great number. I wish. No, I'm out of my 20s. Where am I? I know dude, it's weird. It's like improv, but it's like, okay, so imagine if like you're a comedian, but you don't have any jokes. And then you just get up on stage and you sit there and you're like, whoa, there's all these people I've like, you know, got here for me. And then I'm talking. And then when they're there to see you or whatever, you're just like, yeah, so I farted last night and it was pretty smelly, you know, stuff like that. That's how it feels right now. I'm like, oh my God, I'm a freaking hack. But nah, I appreciate you guys, man, making all these videos and stuff. It's been so freaking cool. And it's so cool to do this live. I've got to come up with some cool stuff to do live. Like, I've been going through The Last of Us Part 2. One of y'all said, hey, or a lot of you guys said, do not go through it chronologically, start over. So I started over. And I think you were right. Coming off of Last of Us Part 1 was pretty dope. But no, I think you guys are right. So I was thinking it would be kind of interesting to stream that one, because I don't really know what to make of that game yet. Holy crap, don't tell me the numbers, man. I'm going to have a freaking heart attack. I can't curse on here, can I? I don't know how the streams work. Can you curse in streams? I don't know. Let's see. I can curse my other stuff. Why not? All right, let me see. Can I get into this damn thing? All right, guys. So bear with me while I try to get into this. Got a webcast link. You do not. The previous page is sending you to this. Oh, no. I should be in here. Okay. So on my super secret secondary screen, let me see if they will let me in. Please, for the love of God, let me in. Oh, I need to refresh it on my calendar. What is going on here? Holy crap, dude. Thank you. Much love to you, man, in Mexico. Hope you're doing all right. Dude, thank you so much. I can't thank you enough. You guys are amazing. No, I don't have a Discord server yet. I have a buddy who's setting something up called the Dive Bar. If there is a... Oh, YGB32. If there is a version of roleplay on GTA 6 Online, will you do streams on your channel? I love you, bro, and God bless you. I love you too, man. God bless you. And yeah, I would love to. That would be absolutely fun. I honestly don't know kind of what the future holds. So we'll see. We'll see. But here, guys, give me a sec to see if I can get into this thing. I'm sorry. Okay. It seems that they have not started it yet. What are they doing? Let's see, Q4. Okay, let's go. Let me in. Said it would open 15 minutes before the actual start. That does not seem to be the case. Let me see. Oh, yeah. You guys want some lobby music? Why not? Let's play their lobby music. Oh no. Can you guys hear this? Yes, you can hear this. All right, I'm going to bring this now over to you on this screen. Let's see. Please hold tight. The broadcast will begin shortly. Uh-oh, did I have something super personal up here? Oh, okay. You guys like that? That's a freaking banger, man. Do. We all need a bunch of mics so we can all like do a choir kind of thing to this. You guys, sometimes, actually, this hold music sucks, but sometimes you do get some really good hold music. There's that one particular one, if you guys are familiar. I know a lot of military guys know what I'm talking about because they have this same hold music, but we have it in Texas, and it is on freaking everything, but it is this weird techno, like, beat kind of thing. I don't know, I freaking love it. Earnings call got delayed. Yeah, earnings call looks like we'll see it November 19th. Do my music? Oh, I appreciate that. Okay. Here's a cover of Neck Deep, Gold Steps.
I've been stuck in the metal pages, hung up on a cross that I created, built out of the bones that I've been breaking. The sign you said you needed is there, but you can't see.
So I was a little pudgy. That's my buddy Charles on the right there. That little guy, his name's Toners. We worked at Papa John's together for like 5 years. Come on, let's see. Still waiting. It got delayed. Watch us have a live mic at the event, and we're just actually sharing this music right now. Anyway, so we have that. I've got all sorts of music. Yeah, y'all go check me out, man. Are We Alive? I do a lot of metal and stuff. Oh, who's that? That ain't me. Oh, this is me. Okay. Yeah. Don't look at that. But yeah, there's a bunch of metal, all that kind of stuff. So if you guys are into metal, yeah. Oh, no, I don't have to worry about getting copywritten. That's us. Yeah, I don't have to worry about that. Yeah, so check it out. I turned off the YouTube thing. So, let's see. Still waiting on this earnings call. Whoever said it got delayed, man, apparently you're right. So, yeah, it does kind of sound like Mayday Parade. Why do all your favorite GTA creators wear their caps backwards? Well, it's because we're indoors. Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate that, Big Bash. You know, it's funny. You guys, you know those guys that you might have gone to high school with, they wear the caps like crooked or whatever. I've actually found that I do that outside, and I look like what's on my shirt. And the reason I do that is to keep the damn sun out of my eyes. So, yeah, there you go. Copyright myself. It's a conspiracy. Basically, it's a money laundering scheme. Yeah, dude, we can't go for another hi everyone rockstar message. I'm going to freak out. I'm not bald yet. I'm growing my hair out one more time. And I think that is in the cards for me in the future, unfortunately. Well, it's looking like this is taking forever. Y'all want to see... Here, this will probably get me like banned or something. Speaking of copyright, I don't know if you guys like metal or whatever, but I know this character has become very popular in media lately. We're still waiting on take 2. So here, y'all enjoy this. This was a Halloween video we did. Still waiting on this damn earnings call. Whoever said it got delayed is correct. I do have access, we're just waiting to get in. Oh, thanks, y'all. This is called Fatal Attraction. I used to play this back in the bars in like 2012 and stuff. I love this song. But, I really like the solo for this, too. It's cool. Justin's in this. I talk about Justin all the time. He pops in this. He sings. Yeah, this is on Spotify. Just check out Fatal Attraction from Are We Alive? We're almost at the solo. After the solo, we'll check back in, but from what I see, take 2 is we're still waiting on him. What's special about the earnings call is if the projections go up, that means the game is on track for release. I created this Dandy Andy character in After Effects. What do you mean? Are you being cartoonist? This is just what I look like. That might be me in a suit and 50 pounds heavier. It's possible I am the guy with the Les Paul, yes. It should be starting any moment now. We're just waiting on him. Oh yeah, here comes the guitar solo. After this, we will check back in. I am going to take... No, I'm not going to take it. I think we got a solo here. What's up, D. Perry? No, I don't always have on the hat. I have some videos with it off. Yeah, this is the earnings call intro video. But here's Justin if you ever wanted to know what he looked like. Okay. Are they going to let us in or not? This is a much less livelier. So I don't think you guys can see this, but behind my body... In fact, can I just disappear myself real quick? No, I'm not talking about what you think I'm talking about. Hold on. Do you see where it says... Oh, my mouth is still visible. It's the green screen. Do you see where it says that, please hold tight, the broadcast will begin shortly? We are still waiting. Soon. Soon. We were supposed to be in 15 minutes before. Oh, well, I guess we are in 15 minutes before, and now we're just sitting and waiting. Okay, so we have 5 more minutes. Screw it. I will play y'all one more song while we wait. If metal's not your thing, I'm sorry. Here, watch a depressing music video real quick. I talked about this in the mixtape video today. Oh, whoops. Oh, don't worry, this is metal. It's just instrumental. And also, this was like... So basically, this is, you know, not to get deep and dark on y'all like 4 minutes before this thing, but I lost a buddy to a heroin overdose in 2016, and I made this music video about it. So, you know, that's what this is. A little bit of a different story, but, you know, there's no, like, vocals or anything, just all instrumental. We got 4 minutes. 3 minutes. Man, I would put on other musicians if it didn't get me copyright struck. Whack. Gonna move you guys over here. You know, I got a song from Justin Bieber I actually like, you know. I used to make fun of him growing up, who didn't, right? But I like that Stay song. It's kind of cool. I like the slowed down version with no vocals. YouTube is a coping mechanism? Yeah, I would say so. I appreciate you guys. Bass player, I do the bass as well. That's actually that guy. That's my, you know, Greg. I always say hi to Greg. That's Greg. There you go. There's Greg. I do still. No, I don't play Squad right now. It's been too busy with videos. 2 minutes. Aw, thank you. Any Justin Bieber song's better without vocals. Hey, I mean, you know, to each their own, right? Yeah, exactly. I know I throw shade at Drake a lot, but I like, I would be lying if I said I didn't like a couple Drake songs. Yes, you're getting some Dandy Andy Lore today. We've got 2 minutes until the call, good sir. Oh, Tom Henderson. He hasn't been very popular lately. What the F is this? This is just one of my music videos I'm putting on while we're waiting because the whole music was lame. 1 minute. Let's go ahead and switch over. Anyway, he dies of a heroin overdose. It's terrible. Yeah, that kind of thing. Shower scene, all that. You know, depressing stuff. The things you guys came here to see today. So anyways... Drake's Duke, he's just running through the 6... What does he say with his woes or whatever? I don't know. I stopped... Kendrick kind of roasting him over the whole Millie Bobby Brown thing. When he's texting her underage, grooming her, that kind of thing. I don't know, man. I mean, Elvis met Priscilla at 14. I don't know. I don't want to get into all that because, you know, things are kind of crazy and that seems the higher up you go. Close premiere. Uh-oh, something's happening. Something's happening. First thing I'm going to do in GTA is drive a car into something. And thank you so much for the donation. Really appreciate you guys. All right, let's see.
Hello, and thank you for standing by. My name is Tiffany, and I will be your conference operator today. At this time, I would like to welcome everyone to the fourth quarter and fiscal year 2026 Take-Two Interactive Software results call. All lines have been placed on mute to prevent any background noise. After the speaker's remarks, there will be a question and answer session. If you would like to ask a question during that time, simply press star, then the number 1 on your telephone keypad.
Oh, damn. I should
I
have
would
done this
now
on the
like to
phone.
turn the call over to Nicole Shevins, Senior Vice President, Investor Relations and Corporate Communications. Nicole, please go ahead.
Good
No,
afternoon.
don't worry.
Thank
They
you
always
for
do it this
joining
way.
our conference-
I'm
Good
going to turn it
afternoon.
up, guys.
Thank you for joining our conference call to discuss our results for the fourth quarter and fiscal year 2026. Good afternoon.
What the
Thank you for joining our conference call to discuss our results for the fourth quarter
Audio
and
delay
fiscal year
incoming, apparently.
2026, ended March 31, 2026. Today's call will be led by Strauss Zelnick, Take-Two's Chairman and Chief Executive Officer, Carl Sladoff, our President, and Lainie Goldstein, our Chief Financial Officer. We will be available to answer your questions during the Q&A session following our prepared remarks.
Totally not
Before we
broken.
begin, I'd like to remind everyone that statements made during this call that are not historical facts are considered forward-looking statements under federal securities laws. These forward-looking statements are based on the beliefs of our management, as well as assumptions made by and information currently available to us. We have no obligation to update these forward-looking statements. Actual operating results may vary significantly from these forward-looking statements based on a variety of factors. These important factors are described in our filings with the SEC, including the company's most recent annual report on Form 10-K and quarterly report on Form 10-Q, including the risks summarized in the section entitled Risk Factors. I'd also like to note that, unless otherwise stated, all numbers we will be discussing today are GAAP and all comparisons are year over year. Additional details regarding our actual results and outlook are contained in our press release, including the items that our management uses internally to adjust our GAAP financial results in order to evaluate our operating performance. Our press release also contains
It is a literal
reconciliation
call.
of any non-GAAP financial
Told you.
measure to the most comparable GAAP measure. In addition, we have posted to
Tell
our
you what,
website a slide deck
let's make it
that
more
visually
interesting.
presents our results and financial outlook. Our press release and filings with the SEC may be obtained from our website at take2games.com. And now I'll turn the call over to Strauss.
Thanks, Nicole. Good afternoon, and thank you for
Thanks, the
joining us
match.
today.
Yeah, I can't believe we're here either.
I'm pleased to report that we concluded fiscal year 2026
Shout out, Playboy
with
Yaki.
excellent results, including fourth quarter net bookings of $1.58 billion, which was above the high end of our guidance range. Net bookings for the full fiscal year were $6.7 billion, which was approximately $750 million above the initial guidance we provided last May.
This guy sounds excited.
NBA 2K delivered record net bookings and recurrent consumer spending. Zynga achieved its highest level of net bookings since we acquired the business in 2022. And the Grand Theft Auto series once again exceeded our expectations and continued to drive significant net bookings and deep engagement with its passionate community of players. Fiscal
You guys are that
2027 is
passionate
poised to be
community.
a breakout year for Take-Two.
I'm
Led
sorry.
by the November 19th release of Grand Theft Auto 6, arguably the most anticipated entertainment property of all time. And we're excited that Rockstar Games will start their marketing campaign this summer. Our initial financial outlook for fiscal 2027 includes record net bookings of $8 to $8.2 billion. This reflects meaningful growth over last year, led by the launch of Grand Theft Auto 6, along with the successful execution across our entire portfolio. We expect to sustain this higher level of scale and generate strong cash flows well into the future as we release our robust long-term development pipeline and capitalize on new opportunities across our highly established, multifaceted business. Turning to highlights from the quarter, I'll begin with our fantastic mobile performance. Toon Blast grew approximately 25% year over year as Peak introduced new events and features, including Temple Guardians, Deep Quest, and refined level experiences. Match Factory continued to perform, with players responding positively to its live service execution and a continuous pipeline of player-friendly features, such as the collectible album. Empires & Puzzles outpaced our forecast and grew 5% over last year, driven by a robust slate of in-game events celebrating the title's 9th anniversary. Color Block Jam grew 15% year over year and remains the highest grossing title in Rollic's history. Top 11 delivered its strongest quarter ever after 16 years in market, driven by superb performance of the Bundesliga and live operations innovation. 2K's mobile offerings posted another solid quarter, with WWE Supercard reaching nearly 39 million lifetime downloads, NBA 2K Mobile continuing to expand its audience, NBA 2K26 Arcade Edition maintaining its top 5 position on the
Yeah,
Apple
no
Arcade
delay.
charts,
That was never going to happen.
and NBA 2K All-Star in China growing to nearly 10 million registered users after just 1 year in market. Our direct-to-consumer channel continues to drive net bookings and margin growth as we integrate additional mobile titles from our portfolio and deepen our relationships with players by reducing payment friction and enhancing the end-to-end user experience, which is generating improvements in conversion and customer loyalty. As the regulatory landscape continues to evolve, we're even more confident in the sustainability and growth profile of this platform. The Grand Theft Auto series continues to outpace expectations significantly and demonstrate incredible momentum leading up to the launch of Grand Theft Auto 6 on November 19th. Recurrent consumer spending grew 5% year over year, with strong engagement in GTA Online, driven by A Safe House in the Hills, one of the best performing updates in its history. This content offering provided a wide range of community-requested features, including mansion properties, the return of Michael DeSanta from Grand Theft Auto 5, all new missions, vehicles, exclusive GTA Plus benefits, and the powerful new Rockstar Mission Creator that allows content creators to make their own GTA experiences. Sales of Grand Theft Auto 5 advanced further, with nearly 230 million units sold in to date. GTA Plus continues to see significant growth year over year, led by the holiday update and highly attractive monthly benefits, such as the inclusion of NBA 2K26 in its games library. In addition, Rockstar Games' Red Dead Redemption 2 achieved its highest level of annual unit sales since its launch year, with over 85 million units sold in to date. During the quarter, our sports offerings also performed well. NBA 2K26 continued to expand its audience. To date, the title has sold in over 10 million units, representing a 5% increase over NBA 2K25. Recurrent consumer spending grew 10% as we benefited from higher daily active users and games played per user. In keeping with our strategic focus on innovation, Visual Concepts launched Season 5 for NBA 2K26, their first ever college-themed offering, featuring 16 iconic universities, which was welcomed by NBA 2K's vast community and provided a glimpse of what's to come in college basketball for next year and beyond. I'd like to thank our partners at the NBA and the NBA Players Association for their continued engagement and support in our collective mission. On March 13th, 2K and Visual Concepts launched WWE 2K26, which was well received by critics and consumers alike. Engagement has been excellent, with recurrent consumer spending up 20% year over year and more than 85 million matches played, an increase of 7% compared to WWE 2K25. 2K is supporting the title with multiple updates through its Ringside Pass. I'd like to thank Nick Khan and his team at TKO for their unwavering support and partnership as we continue to evolve this series further for fans of the game. PGA Tour 2K25 enjoyed a fantastic resurgence. 2K captured an influx of new players and drove strong organic interest by aligning Season 5 with the start of the PGA Tour season in January and including the title in PlayStation Plus. During the quarter, our consumers played 60 million rounds of golf, representing a 110% increase over the third quarter. 2K will support the franchise throughout the year with several more content updates. In closing, we're incredibly excited by the promise of our future for our players, our organization, and our shareholders. This year has the opportunity to be a major inflection point for our company, defined by groundbreaking entertainment experiences, creative and operational excellence, and record net bookings. With our flexible balance sheet, our strong cash position, and our expectation that we'll generate over $1 billion in operating cash flow this fiscal year, we believe that we're extraordinarily well positioned to take measured creative risks, to pursue accretive M&A, and to invest in technology that will unlock greater creative capabilities and operational efficiencies across our organization. I'm immensely proud of our teams and exceedingly optimistic that we'll continue to drive greater success and shareholder value for the long term. I'll now turn the call over to Carl.
Thanks,
Carl.
Strauss. I'd like to thank our teams for another strong quarter and for laying the groundwork
Let me
for
know
an
if that
exciting
music's too
chapter
loud or too
in our
quiet.
company's history. We are extremely optimistic about our upcoming pipeline, which includes 29 titles through fiscal 2029. In the interest of precision, we are now only counting mobile games in our pipeline that have been specifically scheduled for worldwide launch within the 3-year window. Our teams continue to develop and test many new titles not reflected in this outlook, some of which may be added to our multi-year count.
That's CJ, dude.
Fiscal 2027 is set to be a milestone year, led by the launch of Grand Theft Auto 6 on November 19th. We plan to release 6 additional titles during the fiscal year, including 2 mobile titles, 3 sports titles, which are NBA 2K27, PGA Tour 2K27, and WWE 2K27, and 1 platform extension. Our labels will also continue to provide new content and experiences that drive engagement and recurrent consumer spending across many of our previously released titles. Looking ahead, we currently expect to deliver 22 titles throughout fiscal 2028 and 2029, including 1 mobile title, 5 sports titles, 3 core new IPs, and 13 core existing IPs, which includes 7 sequels and 6 remakes, remasters, and platform extensions. We look forward to sharing more about our groundbreaking pipeline, which we believe will drive a new period of growth and long-term returns for our shareholders. I'll now turn the call over to Lainey.
Thanks, Carl, and good afternoon, everyone. Fiscal 2026 was an exceptional year for Take-Two, as we achieved record net bookings and operating performance. Each of our labels significantly outperformed the initial forecast we provided last May, as our teams maintained their focus on product innovation and delivering the highest levels of quality and value. I'd like to thank our teams for their passion and dedication as we embark on this milestone year marked by the highly anticipated release of Grand Theft Auto 6 and strength across our core businesses. Turning to our results, we delivered fourth quarter net bookings of $1.58 billion, which was above the high end of our guidance range of $1.51 to $1.56 billion. This reflected better than expected performance from the Grand Theft Auto series, several mobile titles, and the Red Dead Redemption series. Recurrent consumer spending growth was strong, increasing 7% over last year and accounting for 82% of net bookings. This included 7% growth for mobile and 5% growth for Grand Theft Auto Online, both of which surpassed our expectations. NBA 2K increased 10%, which represented one of the strongest fourth quarters in franchise history, but was softer than anticipated as trends moderated from the extreme growth we achieved during the second and third quarters of the year. During the quarter, we launched Sid Meier's Civilization VII for Apple Arcade, PGA Tour 2K25 for Switch 2, and WWE 2K26. GAAP net revenue increased 6% to $1.68 billion, while cost of revenue declined 5% to $741 million. Operating expenses decreased significantly to $928 million, as last year included a $3.6 billion impairment expense related to goodwill and acquired intangible assets. On a management basis, operating expenses declined 2% year over year, which was favorable to our guidance due to lower marketing expenditures, some of which shifted out.
Yeah, light up,
period.
smoke them if you got them.
For fiscal 2026, we achieved net bookings of $6.72 billion, which was above the high end of our guidance range of $6.65 to $6.7 billion. Recurrent consumer spending grew 17% and accounted for 78% of net bookings. NBA 2K grew over 30%, mobile increased 13%, and Grand Theft Auto Online increased 6%.
GTA 6 will not be on PS4.
Our initial May guidance. Operating cash flow was $624 million compared to our forecast of $450 million, reflecting our fantastic fourth quarter. We spent approximately $163 million in capital expenditures, which due to timing is favorable to our forecast. GAAP net revenue rose 18% to $6.65 billion and cost of revenue increased 11% to $2.8 billion. Operating expenses decreased significantly to $3.9 billion due to the impairment charges that I mentioned previously from last year's fourth quarter. On a management basis, operating expenses rose 7% year over year, which represented strong leverage over the prior year. Today, we are providing our initial outlook for fiscal 2027. We project net bookings to range from $8 billion to $8.2 billion, which reflects approximately 20% growth over fiscal 2026, primarily due to the launch of Grand Theft Auto 6 on November 19th, along with successful execution across our entire portfolio. The largest contributors to net bookings are expected to be the Grand Theft Auto series, NBA 2K, Toon Blast, Match Factory, Empires & Puzzles, the Red Dead Redemption series, Words with Friends, Color Block Jam, and Zynga Poker. We expect recurrent consumer spending to be flat to fiscal 2026 and to represent 65% of net bookings. Our recurrent consumer spending forecast assumes NBA 2K is up high single digits, the Grand Theft Auto series is up, and mobile is down, due to last year's success of Color Block Jam and our assumption that trends will moderate for several of Zynga's mature mobile titles. We expect the net bookings breakdown from our labels to be roughly 36% Rockstar Games, 35% Zynga, and 29% 2K. We are forecasting operating cash flow in excess of $1 billion, and we expect to be in a net cash position by the end of the fiscal year. We plan to deploy approximately $200 million of capital expenditures for game technology and office build-outs. We expect GAAP net revenue to range from $7.9 to $8.1 billion, and cost of revenue to range from $3.5 to $3.62 billion.
Yes, good.
Our total operating expenses are expected to range from $4.18 to $4.2 billion. On a management basis, we expect operating expense growth of approximately 8% year over year, which represents significant leverage over fiscal 2026. This growth is largely due to higher marketing expense to support the launch of Grand Theft Auto 6 and our new mobile releases.
No, trailer 3 has not dropped yet.
Costs. Now moving on to our guidance for the fiscal
We'll switch
quarter.
over to that if it does.
We project net bookings to range from $1.32 to $1.37 billion compared to $1.42 billion in the first quarter last year. The largest contributors to net bookings are expected to be NBA 2K, the Grand Theft Auto series, Toon Blast, Match Factory, Empires & Puzzles, the Red Dead Redemption series, Color Block Jam, Words with Friends, and Zynga Poker. We project recurrent consumer spending to decline by approximately 3%, which assumes high single-digit growth for NBA 2K and declines for mobile and the Grand Theft Auto series. We expect GAAP net revenue to range from $1.45 to $1.5 billion and cost of revenue to range from $578 to $594 million. Operating expenses are planned to range from $926 to $936 million. On a management basis, operating expenses are expected to grow by approximately 3% year over year, primarily driven by a modest increase in personnel costs. In closing, fiscal 2027 will introduce a new level of operating performance, which we expect to sustain well into the future, driven by a robust pipeline and expansion opportunities across our core franchises. With our focus on incorporating new technologies and tools, we feel confident in our ability to scale our business, generate operational efficiencies, and leverage the power of our balance sheet, which we believe will drive long-term shareholder returns. Thank you. I'll now turn the call back to Strauss.
Thanks,
Strauss.
Lainey and Carl. On behalf of our entire management team, I'd like to thank our colleagues around the world for their commitment to excellence and to our strategy of being the most creative, the most innovative, and the most efficient company in the entertainment industry. To our shareholders, I want to express our appreciation for your continued support. We'll now take your questions. Operator?
At this time, if you would like to ask a question, press star, then the number 1 on your telephone keypad. To withdraw your question, simply press star 1 again. We will pause for just a moment to compile the Q&A roster. Your first question comes from the line of Eric Handler with Roth Capital Partners. Please go ahead.
Good afternoon. Thanks for the question. Lainey, just a couple things within the guidance. Looks like, at least on a non-GAAP basis, your operating expenses are looking, let's call it for round number purposes, about $3.8 billion. That's a $300 million incremental increase on a year-over-year basis. How much of that is due to marketing? And when you look at sort of like the trend for the next couple of years for G&A and R&D, what do those trajectories look like? I assume they'll be much smaller than the revenue growth.
Yes, that's correct. So we expect to have a lot of leverage over the next couple of years as we continue to scale the business. And for the 300 million hire for this coming year, about half of that is for selling and marketing expenses for the entire company, as we have significant marketing for our entire pipeline of titles that are coming out this year.
Okay, that's helpful. And then as a follow-up, how should we think about RCS, and once GTA 6 comes out, how are you sort of thinking about the trajectory of GTA Online when that game is launched?
GTA.
Rockstar will provide more details on the GTA series when they're ready to talk about that.
Yeah,
I
think
I
you're
tried to
asking
join
about
the call.
what do we expect will happen with recurrent consumer spending regarding GTA Online? And look, I think to say that everyone has been pleased by the ongoing trajectory of GTA Online, Red Dead Online, the sales of GTA 5, the sales of Red Dead would be a great understatement. These titles have proven to be vastly more resilient than anyone expected, and I think it's a reflection of the quality of the work that Rockstar has done. Despite the fact that Grand Theft Auto 5 is now has been in market for 3 console generations, it continues to sell. It's now up to 230 million units. Red Dead is up to 85 million units. So, we're so extraordinarily pleased with how Rockstar's titles have performed. It's difficult to know exactly how Grand Theft Auto Online will do after the release of Grand Theft Auto 6, but certainly it will stay in market, and certainly there are many, many consumers who love the title.
Thank you, very helpful.
Your next question comes from the line of Colin Sebastian with Baird. Please go ahead.
Thanks. Congratulations on the year. I have a couple of questions as well. I guess first off, as cash flow influx per the guidance for the coming fiscal year, how are you guys thinking about capital allocation between returning to shareholders versus other uses? And I have a follow-up.
So, this will sound boringly consistent with our answer to this question. It's the same as it has been for as long as we've been in the position of having positive cash flow and positive cash balances. There are 3 uses of our capital here. First, to support organic growth. This company's story has largely been an organic growth story, and we certainly have expectations for organic growth in fiscal 27. And we believe that fiscal 27 is setting a new benchmark, a new standard for this company going forward.
Good. That's what we want to
all
hear.
Organic. But as you can see from our numbers, we have to invest to be in a position where we can grow in that way. And our balance sheet and our P&L allows us to do just that. Well, that'll continue. The second use of our capital is very selectively when it makes strategic sense, and let me emphasize this, when it's accretive. We are willing to engage
I didn't forget about you, Cheesin.
Inorganic opportunities. The most recent meaningful one was, of course, the acquisition of Zynga in 2022 for $9.7 billion in cash and stock, and then more recently the acquisition of Gearbox. And so, I'm proud to say that all of our acquisitions have turned out to be accretive and successful over nearly a 2-decade period. That's pretty breathtaking for corporations, not generally the case. And I think that's because we're immensely disciplined. You're not going to see us doing deals hand over fist, but assuming our balance sheet continues to improve, I think you could imagine more inorganic growth in the future as well. And we've already said in this release today that we expect to be in a net cash position by the end of the fiscal year. And finally, we return capital to the shareholders when it makes sense. So far, we've done that through share buybacks, and they are opportunistic. We believe that share buybacks make sense for our shareholders when they are executed at deep value. Our last buyback was done at $158 a share. We'll see how the stock opens tomorrow, but I think no matter what, that was a pretty good plan on our side. So, like all stocks, they move around different price points. Our stock traded down as low as, I think, 195 in the last 6 weeks. And, there is an opportunity to return capital to the shareholders when it makes sense.
Thanks for the reminder on those, Strauss. I guess maybe as a follow-up, and maybe some of the structural issues in the industry, including sales of current-gen consoles. I'm just curious how that impacts, your thinking or your assumptions in terms of establishing pricing and pre-order expectations for titles like GTA 6 in the coming year. Thank you.
Sorry, what would the relationship be from your point of view?
The install base of hardware may not be as high in this current console generation as it might otherwise have been. Certainly value price points for certain titles have done well versus premium pricing. So those considerations.
Look, when we look at pricing, I would not say we look at it in the context of the install base. We absolutely look at pricing in the context of the property itself. And so what we want to do in every situation, whether that's console, mobile, PC, frontline, or catalog, is deliver to the consumer vastly more entertainment value than what we charge. We want the consumer to have a great experience, and we think a consumer experience is the intersection of what you get and what you pay for it. And probably a great example of that is Mafia: The Old Country, which is a terrific title. But it's not, it's not a 100-hour experience, it's not a 50-hour experience. And so we priced the title at $50, and consumers were thrilled, and we had a massive hit on our hands. Now, I suspect we could have priced it at a higher level. We wanted to make sure that consumers loved it, and part of loving something is feeling good about what you pay for it.
Your next question comes from the line of Doug Creutz with TD Cowen. Please go ahead.
Hey, thank you. I wanted to ask, in the context of your guidance that mobile you're assuming is down this year, based on some attenuation in the performance of older games. Is that based on anything you're seeing in the year to date, or is that more of a, hey, these are older titles, let's be prudent in our outlook? Similar to, I think for many years you guys had sort of said we expect GTA Online to be down because it's a many-year-old live service game, and then it would typically do better. Can you just give some context around that, and then also what you might be assuming for your two new mobile launches within that guide? Thank you.
So it's a very fair question. We had a great year at Zynga, and I think it's more the way you characterized it, which is we're not prepared to guide to continually beating expectations materially at any business unit. So we do guide as we see it, and this is how we see it. However, as you said, it is a reflection of the fact that some titles that were newer last year are older this year. Now, all that said, Toon Blast was up 25%, and it's a very old title. So we do have opportunities to exceed our expectations now and then. But this is our best estimate sitting here today. As far as our expectations around new launches, we in the mobile side particularly, we never anticipate huge numbers because it's just impossible to do so. Hit ratios are just too low. So our guidance would typically reflect our expectations around the marketing spend in the year, because we would never guide around doing something silly. In the mobile business, if you're getting bad immediate results from a marketing spend, you stop doing it. And our dev costs are pretty manageable in the mobile world.
No, I'm not in the call. We're just listening.
I would say, unlike say console, where you have a big release, I'm not going to give you the example you want. So we have basketball coming up. We know how many units it sold so far. 10 million units sold in to date. We know the prior year, the year before that. We have a sense of the market. We can estimate that pretty well within a band. But with mobile, we just don't have the ability to do that. So I think it is, you correctly intuited that our mobile numbers would not include an expectation for some massive new release hit.
Very helpful. Thank you.
Your next question comes from the line of Corey Carpenter with JP Morgan. Please go ahead.
Good afternoon. I had two questions on NBA 2K. Clearly, I think record year for the franchise this year, but hoping you could expand a bit on the trends you saw in the quarter. I think they moderated, you said in the prepared remarks, a little more than you had expected. So what did you see there? And then, Carl, maybe could you talk a bit about the engagement that you saw with the initial college basketball rollout? Thank you.
So for NBA, this was one of our strongest quarters for Q4 in the franchise history. In terms of looking at our expectations, this reflects the extreme growth of Q2 and Q3, where we saw a high concentration of spending from our most engaged players early in the year, which left less upside opportunity heading into Q4. So that's really what we saw in Q4 this year.
And on the college piece, yeah, we are very excited about our college release for season 5. I would describe it at this point as it's a taste of what's to come. We did a deal with that featured 16 universities. It's basically validated our expectations and the opportunity that we think would be very meaningful for us going forward. So the short answer is stay tuned. It's very exciting for us, and we're very happy how things have turned out so far.
And maybe as a follow-up, Strauss, on the last earnings call, Google Genie had just launched in beta. There's been some conversations more recently around the ability for AI to perhaps create GTA 6 in a couple of months. I know this is a bit of a generic high-level question you've touched on before, but just given this remains a pretty big debate among investors, thought it'd be helpful to hear your latest views just around what you're seeing in AI and how you expect it to change the gaming industry and Take-Two in particular. Thanks.
We remain enormously optimistic. Technology helped build this company. Video games are created largely inside computers and always have been. When I started in the video game business in 1993, we were making 32-bit games, and they certainly didn't look anything like they do today, and that's all driven by tech. I think the sort of confusion surrounds a belief that somehow more efficient asset creation puts us at some disadvantage or creates a competitive advantage for someone else, and I just don't believe that's the case. To the extent that technology allows anyone to do a better job in asset creation, naturally we'll avail ourselves of the same technology. If you take a look at the tech in market that is currently licensed for the creation of video games, it's licensed broadly. No one exclusively licenses technology for video games. So if a competitor has access to AI and that allows someone to do something better, quicker, cheaper, then we would have access to the same thing. The second point that I've made that I would stand behind is that the asset creation is not the same as hit creation. So the entire story around the Gemini release was, wow, you can create assets that look like video games more easily than you could before. I hope that's true because that'll benefit us naturally. We have 3-part strategy: be the most creative, be the most innovative, be the most efficient. Yeah. Seems to me that even if it doesn't help with creativity, it certainly should help with efficiency and innovation. So that could be thrilling, but we do have to remind ourselves asset creation is not the same as hit creation. And the best example of that is, there are thousands of new mobile releases a year, but there's a handful of new mobile hits a year, and we make some of them. Despite the fact that everyone has access to the same tech, because everyone licenses exactly the same underlying technology for the creation of mobile titles as we do. I remain highly optimistic. Now I'll give you a real world example. I was visiting one of our studios, and they showed me some advertisements that they were putting together to advertise their games. And these were live action ads, and they were funny and cute, 15 to 30 second ad units that you've seen a zillion times. And they were all created with AI, licensed AI, legal AI. And the script was done in-house for free. Well, by colleagues who work at the company already. And the software was used, AI software was used. The entire cost of making the spot was zero. And previously we hired third-party companies to actually create those with human beings. And those spots could cost $25,000, $50,000, $100,000. Now, please note, not only were we not interested in reducing our headcount to make this happen, we didn't have the opportunity to reduce our headcount to make this happen. The entire marketing team at this particular studio is 2 people. They're doing a great job. But what AI has allowed them to do is be more efficient, make great stuff, and do it cheaper. This is all a benefit to our company.
Thank you.
Your next question comes from the line of Chris Schull with UBS. Please go ahead.
Great, thank you. Strauss, I believe it was a few quarters ago you mentioned your expectations for GTA 6 continued to increase. any updates you can provide on your general expectations and levels of confidence for the franchise based on the indicators you have at this point, and how do you expect that this title will perform relative to GTA 5? And that, Lainey, maybe, I know there's a lot of noise to margins this year with the marketing and the software amort, but I believe I heard you said there's a lot of leverage over the next few years, but can you just remind us how you're thinking about the ability to return to the historic margin levels that Take-Two used to see? Thank you.
I don't recall the comment you alluded to. I'm pretty much, I think I've always said the same thing, which is,
No delays.
How can
No
we not
delays.
be? We're all extraordinarily excited about what Rockstar Games is working on. We're all incredibly enthusiastic about the upcoming release. And equally, this is a management team that never claims success before it occurs. And I'm pretty sure that every time we've had the luxury of having a conversation about an upcoming release that looked good, I've said, we absolutely never opine on how high is up. We certainly work toward the best result and hope for the best result. But, that is out of our hands. What's in the hands of Rockstar, from a development point of view and a marketing point of view, is trying to make the best entertainment property they possibly can and then bringing it effectively to consumers all over the world. That's what we aim to do. And we do feel really, really good about it.
Margin improvement remains a key priority in our financial strategy, but we recognize that margins will fluctuate over time based on a variety of factors. In fiscal 2027, we're reaching a new level of operating performance, which we expect to sustain well into the future, driven by a robust pipeline and expansion opportunities across our core franchises. So as we operate at this new level and generate operational efficiencies through reduction efforts and leveraging new technologies, including AI, we aim to enhance our margin profile over time. So if you think about our operating expense leverage, it represents our largest opportunity, which we believe we can achieve as we grow our scale, both organically and inorganically. We've mentioned previously that gross margins of many of our titles are affected by the increasing costs of development. So we've been making many structural improvements, including the driving efficiencies and reducing expenses. So you've seen some of that coming through the P&L in the last couple of years, and the leverage we've seen in the last year in terms of our operating expenses. Also, the D2C efforts in mobile, that's also working towards improving our margins. So this was a year where we scaled the business meaningfully and we achieved strong leverage on our expense structure. So we'll continue to do that as we look into the future.
Thank you.
Your next question comes from the line of Andrew Marok with Raymond James. Please go ahead.
Hi, thanks for taking my questions. Maybe one on the Rockstar Mission Creator. I know Strauss called that out in the prepared remarks as an interesting factor. I guess, are there any learnings from the early days of that and some of the recent missions that were created as you look to scale UGC and some of your Rockstar properties? And then I have a follow-up.
Look, we're trying to meet players where they are, and to the extent that people want to have a hand in creation, there are numerous opportunities for them to do so. So, I just think it's incredibly exciting, and our company embraces these advances. So, we're not precious about what we do here. We're open-minded. Another example of that is the 5M business. Where this started as sort of a business that was outside of our four walls, and now it's a business that's inside our four walls, and we're thrilled that it is.
Okay, thank you. And then maybe one more on mobile, if I could. I know that there has been some kind of correlation between the mobile business and macroeconomic factors in the past. I guess, what level of conservatism might you be baking into the guide around general economic conditions as it relates to the mobile business? Thank you.
Well, look, we're not economists, although we certainly have a point of view about where the economy is going, and that is one of the factors we consider when we build guidance.
Your next question comes from the line of Matthew Cost with Morgan Stanley. Please go ahead.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for taking the question. Strauss, there's a comment you made in the prepared remarks about your expectation to sustain higher levels of scale going forward. Just given the potential for Grand Theft Auto's performance this year, that's a high bar to clear going forward. So as investors think about the opportunity to sustain your scale off of that base, how should they think about the mix between just an ongoing significant revenue contribution from Grand Theft Auto versus the pipeline that you went into some good detail in the prepared remarks discussing? And then I have one follow-up. Thank you.
So it reminds me of my SATs. It's box D, all of the above.
Yeah.
Okay.
You ask
Your
and you
next
shall
question
receive.
comes from the line of James Heaney with Jefferies. Please go ahead.
Yeah, great. Maybe just diving in again on mobile. I mean, it's just been impressive to see continued growth of Toon Blast and Match Factory as kind of the biggest drivers for the segment. I was just hoping you could go into some detail about the unique drivers across those franchises that you think has sort of enabled them to continue growing this far after the initial launch. Thanks.
Well, actually, very different. So Toon Blast's been around for a really long time. Match Factory is relatively new. So Match Factory last year was still in growth mode, and we've projected that it would moderate. We'll see what actually happens. Toon Blast is a legacy title, and with regard to Toon Blast, what you're seeing is a title where the consumers who are involved are getting more and more involved, and that's a reflection of the content that Peak is putting into the game and offers that are made to consumers. So basically, with regard to a legacy title, where you may not have a sharp growth curve on DAUs, you will have an effort to actually serve the consumers we have much more effectively. And I think that's what you're seeing in Toon Blast. Match Factory is still in pretty steep early. It's not that old a title. So it's very different. We need to have, we need to be muscular in both areas. We need to be able to, to run our live services businesses really well for a long, long time. And Zynga does a phenomenal job at that. But by the way, so does Rockstar, right? GTA Online is a live services business. It's 13 years old. Red Dead Online is a legacy live services business. So NBA 2K Online is a live services business. We have to do everything well here. It's what makes this place an exciting place to work. We've got a pipeline of frontline titles. We got to turn them into hits. We don't always succeed, but we have to try. We have a live services business that I just mentioned. We have to optimize those across both mobile, console, and PC. And then, of course, we have a catalog. And when you add it all up and we do a good job across the board, you get the kind of year that we got last year. And we now expect to make a meaningful step up, obviously driven largely by the launch of GTA 6, but also driven by performance of the rest of the
No
business.
information on trailer
Then we
3
expect
yet.
to set that as a new base from which to grow, and that's a reflection of firing on all cylinders. Undoubtedly, we'll have some lapses along the way. We don't know where the lapses will be. But if history is any guide, we'll also have some titles that will meaningfully beat expectations going forward. And part of our three-part strategy of being the most creative, the most innovative, and the most efficient is indeed to be the most innovative. And if you look at the history of the company, we've been a leader in innovations, whether that's cross-development or marketing. And I have no doubt in the coming years we'll be able to innovate further. And I don't know exactly what form that'll take, but I would just note that this company doesn't look anything like it did 19 years ago, despite still being in the interactive entertainment business. Lots of what we do here didn't even exist back then. And this industry, never mind the company, is still on a sharp growth curve in terms of its cohort of engaged consumers and the opportunities to do new things and bring those new things to people in new ways.
Helpful context. Thank you.
This dude is cut.
Your next question comes from the line of Jason.
We all need to
Bazinet
start going to
with
the
Citi.
gym.
Please go ahead.
I just had a quick historical question.
Historical?
In the past, when you've been confronted with, these big titles, like, I don't know, whether it was GTA 4 or 5 or the last two Red Deads, how accurate would you say your management team was in terms of predicting, how well these titles would do? Were there some that sort of disappointed or others that really beat, or were they sort of all within a pretty tight confidence interval in terms of your own internal expectations?
So with regard to the titles you mentioned, as it happened, they all performed better than we had expected. But we've had plenty of other titles that disappointed, candidly. Thankfully, not of late.
Okay.
And they tend to be few and far between. But it would not be accurate to say that our expectations are always exceeded, not accurate in the least. And that's why, we are, I think, appropriately humble around here. This is the entertainment business. It is unforgiving.
Yeah, I go to the gym.
We try our hardest. We do not always succeed.
Understood. Thank you for that color.
Ask him
Your
something
next
good.
question comes from the line of Alec Brundelow with Wells Fargo. Please
Alec
go
Brundelow,
ahead.
Wells Fargo. Oh man.
Yeah, hey, thanks so much for the question. I appreciate it. I think I want to maybe try to ask Colin Sebastian's question in a little bit of a different way.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
true.
that there's been a lot of conversations in the industry over the last several months about the growth of Roblox, the growth of lower price games on Steam and the $10 to $20 price point. It seems like it's mostly driven by younger gamers. Obviously Take-Two doesn't participate meaningfully in those categories. You have, a couple of lower price games in the $50 range like Mafia. I think the question is what is the level of confidence that the newer cohort of gamers will graduate into more premium AAA experiences over time? I think the question is the young person that's playing Roblox, are they going to want to play $80 Grand Theft Auto 6 when they grow up, or might they be habituated onto lower fidelity titles? Any thoughts there would be helpful.
So actually, it's the contrary. When entertainment properties are aimed at children, I don't know if you have children, but right around the age of 10 or 11, they do
Search
not want
history's
to be
crazy. I
children
bet.
anymore. They want to be teenagers. So one of the issues, and this is not by way of being critical of anyone else
good
in
idea.
the industry, but one of the
Switch
issues with children's programming, whether that's linear entertainment or interactive entertainment, is that children reach a certain point, they don't want to be engaged with kids programming anymore, even if it's appealing to them. So it's not that a certain kind of kids-oriented interactive entertainment is necessarily a feeder to what we do in certain parts of this company. Remember, we also do make plenty of entertainment around here that's available for all audiences. But with regard to our M-rated titles, it's not necessarily the case that something else is a feeder to it. It's a different business. But it is a business that is only available if you're 17 or above. And I think if you engage with interactive entertainment and you're 17 or above, it's very difficult for me to imagine that you wouldn't be incredibly interested in our M-rated titles, specifically one that is coming up.
Perfect. Thanks so much.
Your next question comes from the line of Eric Sheridan with Goldman Sachs. Please go ahead.
Thanks so much for taking the question. Maybe building on two of the topics we've talked about on the call so far, with respect to mobile advertising and building additional optimization around user acquisition, how are you thinking about the signals as more of mobile advertising becomes driven by AI and machine learning with respect to either being able to deploy more dollars at a higher return on ad spend or possibly becoming more efficient with respect to advertising? And if possible, I have a quick follow-up.
Well, we certainly try to do that. We work with AppLovin and we are trying to optimize, of course, our return on ad spend. And sometimes things are going really well in the market, and other times we're frustrated in the market, depending on what's going on. There have been moments, for example, when we really couldn't get out there and spend because we could not find inventory at a price that made sense. There are other times when we can do that. That changes. It's our job to make sure that we understand the payback period on what we're spending, and we have very tight guidelines about that. But you have to be on top of it all the time, because when you spend money in mobile, as you know, you're spending it based on an expectation that you'll earn it back over a period of time. That expectation is based on prior history, but prior history isn't always dispositive with regard to what happens in the future. So we are constantly, on a daily basis, tuning up our models that will inform how we spend money on user acquisition. As I said, sometimes it's greater, sometimes it's lower. We also have this weird anomaly, which I'm sure you're aware of, which is if we're out of the UA business for a period of time because we don't like it, of course we make more money because there's no UA that's spent that comes back the same day in its entirety. Sometimes you get a really quick payback period. We have had experiences where the payback period has been as quick as 90 days. And I don't think we talk publicly about our expectations around the payback period in general. But let's just say I think we're more conservative than most. To answer your question, are there new opportunities
No,
to
I
be
don't invest.
more efficient in this area? Yes, I believe so. And of course, it's not lost on anyone that after Apple changed their attribution characteristics, the entire industry was challenged. But you can see from our own results with Zynga last year that we have surmounted those challenges, and we feel pretty good about how the business operates now.
Great. And if I could just ask one more, with respect to your approach to go to market with DTC, any new learnings about what the opportunity set might look like or the ceiling of that opportunity might be to grow the percentage of mix from DTC over time? Thanks so much.
But look, I've been saying for a long time that I thought both sort of the competitive landscape and the regulatory landscape would be favorable.
It's GTA 6 in the background.
With regard to our overall distribution costing and taking as part of our overall distribution cost, our D2C cost, which is materially lower than third-party cost, but multiplied by the share of market related to DTC. And we have said that that share has been growing. We have not talked about what percent it is or where it's going. What we want to make sure, though, is two things. Number one, we want to be where the consumer is. The goal of this company is not to control distribution. The goal of this company is to make hits and bring them to consumers wherever they are, however they want them, and of course to do so on economic terms. We value our third-party retailers greatly. We especially value them when they provide marketing opportunities for us. And we understand that there's a value in the marketing that third-party retailers can provide, and that would intersect with how much they charge us for access to their consumers. So the more value a third-party retailer provides to us from a marketing point of view, the more comfortable we are working with them. At the same time, there is a role for direct-to-consumer opportunities. For us, it's all of the above.
Okay.
Your next question comes from the line of Mike Hickey with StoneX.
Mike
Please go
Hickey.
ahead.
Hey, Strauss, Carl, Laney, Nicole, congrats, guys, on a great year. And a
Dude,
great
sounds cool
guide.
as hell.
Very exciting. Just two questions, Strauss. First, I think you referenced before being astonished by Rockstar's marketing creativity. Clearly, they've got precedent there. Can you talk, I guess, philosophically about how Rockstar thinks about building anticipation for a game launch of this scale, and how beneficial that marketing effort can be in terms of sustaining or even building demand for around the current GTA ecosystem, and if that ancillary benefit is baked into your guidance? Follow-up.
Well, look, thanks for the question. I'm obviously not going to go into detail. What we've said about marketing GTA 6 is that marketing will start this summer. And as you know, any information around releases and marketing comes from our labels, and that shouldn't be news to you. That said, do we see in any release, no matter how highly anticipated it is, both the need to market the title and the opportunity in marketing the title? We do. And I was asked about this earlier, and because I absolutely refuse to use a title of ours as an example, I use someone else's. And I said, so there's a new release of Mission Impossible, and it's starring Tom Cruise. Like, we all know what that looks like, and I, for one, am going to see that movie. Like, I'm going to see that movie. But Paramount still spends a whole lot of money to market that, to make sure that people know it's out and it's great and it's worth seeing. And I think that's the story of the entertainment business. So, I don't think there's any situation where one can expect to have a massive hit and not engage heavily in the marketing. And, I think that will be true for this company across the board. And I think, again, across the board, actually, I think this company does spectacular marketing, and, whatever we did last year, we got to do better this year. And whatever we do this year, we got to do better next year. We demand it of ourselves, and frankly, the market demands it of us.
That was a lot of nothing.
On AI, Strauss, not to be redundant, you gave a really thorough answer, but maybe just for clarification, do you feel like at this point you've got broad buy-in from your studio leadership around the use of AI tools, not just in marketing, but in game development? And when you think about these tools over time, I know you're doing a lot in terms of investing in
scripted
and product tools related to AI. Do you think this will allow you and your studio teams to unlock maybe some dormant franchise IP or even new IP that may not have been produced over the last decade plus due to constraints? And if that's the case, would you look to build headcount into that opportunity? Thank you.
I think that everyone is bought into the possibilities of new technology. And I think there are times when some of my colleagues think I'm too conservative on the topic. I've actually never been accused internally of like going too fast or doing crazy stuff. I think I probably err on the side of being a little more conservative. Think about it. You know, the people who are on the front lines of developing here are absolute experts in software, in art, and in video games. And the way they got the job to work at a company like this is because they were on
Bear
the front
Shorts 99.
lines, and because they were innovating, and they were highly creative, and because they were efficient. So you have to assume that they're going to be the first people to embrace new technology that allows them to do a better job. That said, we're known for making these beautiful handcrafted titles around here. And any technology that we use, I think, will be in the hands of immensely creative people.
Yeah, he is
will
dodging
take
them.
the form of handcrafting. Our art is created in computers. It always has been. But our art is created by human beings using computers. And I believe that will continue to be the case.
Thanks, Bear Shorts 99.
Thanks, guys.
Dude talks like a politician.
Your next question comes from the line of Brian Pitts with BMO Capital Markets. Please go ahead.
We have 4 minutes left on the call.
Thanks for the questions. I'll try a couple here. Any additional color you could provide on GTA 6 around your framework for the PC release, as well as if the game, has any chance of being cross-platform? Also, any best estimates on when we could see a pre-sale launch for the game? If not, perhaps you could at least provide your best guesstimate of timing on hearing more of these details.
We had to wait an hour for this question.
Yeah, as you know, look, the PC market's a great market, and it's growing for console type titles, and it's a market we serve avidly. And virtually all of our hit titles end up on all platforms over time. That said, Rockstar Games has announced GTA 6 for console only so far, and we're excited about our November 19th release.
Thank you.
Your next question comes from the line of Ron Song with Wolfe Research. Please go ahead.
Thanks, Philly. That means a lot, man.
Question. Just turning back to NBA. I know Laney talked about the fourth quarter, but as we look at fiscal 27 and lapping that 30% RCS growth, I guess, is there anything you can share, break down on what gives you the line of sight to being able to sustain the high single digits? I guess I'm really trying to get at how you think about the stage of growth for monetization and engagement for the basketball franchise, noting what Carl said about the stay tuned comment. Thanks.
So we're incredibly proud of NBA 2K's fiscal 2026 record-breaking results, and we're applying the successful learnings to our strategy for this year, including within NBA 2K27. And while fiscal 2026 set records, we have a consistent track record of delivering strong, sustainable RCS growth and are confident in doing so in fiscal 2027. So, when VC looks at the game each year, they just do not, sort of rest on their laurels. They continue to make this game bigger and better every year. And we've seen that time and time again.
Thank you, Moves. Appreciate you, man. Sorry, I'm trying to keep quiet.
Your next question comes from the line of Martin Yang with Oppenheimer. Please go ahead.
Ooh, what do we got?
Hi, thank you for taking my question. I have
You're
one
welcome.
question on mobile. Zynga has meaningful presence in Turkey with Rollic and Peak. Can you maybe comment on whether those studios have benefited from the local government policy that favors developers that was released this year?
So obviously we've had a lot of great success in the Turkish market from a development perspective. Some of our biggest and best titles in our studios are in Turkey. We have a fantastic relationship with our developers there, and we love being in that environment. In terms of sort of the government influence, government opportunities, to the extent that there are opportunities available in any jurisdiction where we operate, we would take advantage of those as much as we possibly can. Local jurisdictions are very important business partners to us, and it's something that we take very seriously because it's an opportunity. It's not only good for us, but it's also good for the local markets.
Thanks, Carl.
Your next question comes from the line of Omar Dessouky with Bank of America.
Looks like we're going
Please
a little
go
long.
ahead.
Let's see what they got.
Hey, thanks for taking my question. So Strauss, I was in the audience at a conference you spoke at recently, and you made a couple of comments that really caught my attention. So one comment was that you would price your games to reflect the value that they provide for consumers. And then a second comment was that the retail price of video games has gone down in real terms over the years. So do your comments imply that you also believe a $70 price tag would be too low for GTA 6 relative to its value to consumers? Because by that logic, a $70 price tag implies to me that the consumer value of GTA 6 will also go down. Now, if I've misheard your comments, I apologize. However, if my logic is flawed, then what would a $70 price tag imply about the consumer value of GTA 6 relative to its predecessor?
I think what I was trying to get at was on real terms, video games have become a better and better deal for consumers over a period of time, and that's a good thing. So I don't think the comments are in conflict. In other words, if you can give people something really great and you can offer it on really favorable economic terms, that's a win-win. So I was really trying to make the point that even though I think the value has grown materially, certainly a video game, released today is vastly more exciting, compelling, intriguing, and longer lasting entertainment than it was when I was at Crystal Dynamics in 1993. But in real terms, frontline prices have declined. I was using that as a backdrop to point out that we think that the most important thing is to deliver the best entertainment on earth. And then the second most important thing is to do it on really favorable economic terms. But I didn't mean to guide in any way, how you should think about our upcoming unannounced price on any release. That'll become clear to the market in the fullness of time. Whatever it is, though, we want it to represent enormous value to the consumer.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Your next question comes from the line of Clay Griffin with MoffettNathanson LLC. Please go ahead.
Thanks. Good afternoon. You all had such success with, I think you coined the phrase actually, tethered free to play with GTA Online. It helped you sell full game units, and full game unit sales helped onboard people onto GTA Online. I know the industry has changed a lot over the years, but and you haven't announced any pricing or packaging as it relates to this
yes,
topic.
it's looking like 80.
If there are dynamics, evolutions in the industry that would make that decision different than the decision you so successfully used with GTA 5 and GTA Online, the tethered
$84.99
strategy.
I think, of course, not having announced any premature to talk about, an upcoming business model for something that we haven't talked about. But I think conceptually, what we pride ourselves on here is being thoughtful and open-minded, and trying to meet consumers where they are, and trying to optimize the entertainment or experience for those consumers. And that's what we've been talking about a lot on this call. When it really comes down to it, what does this company think about? 24/7, what do I think about? I think about making
money.
Sure that this is an enterprise that more so than any other entertainment enterprise on earth focuses on making hit properties that excite and engage consumers. That's what we all think about. Right now, I'm in a room with, our staff, right? In this room, we're staff executives, right? I'm with the IR team, the finance team, the operations team, legal team. But our job, we don't make the titles here. We don't market them, not in this room, not the room that's talking to you today. But our mission is to make great entertainment properties. And if we get that right as an organization, all 14,000 people, full-time colleagues and contractors associated with Take-Two and our affiliates focus on making the best entertainment on earth, then everything else will take care of itself. Naturally, we have to be the most thoughtful people, the most aggressive people with regard to marketing and distribution. And by the way, legal activities, finance activities, accounting activities, tax activities as well. That's our job. But the mission of the organization is to make great entertainment. And having spent a long time in every entertainment business there is, I can tell you one thing: hits cure all ills. Make great hits over and over and over again, you're gonna have a great enterprise. And we're so proud of everything this company does, and we're so proud of the culture in which we do it.
I'll bring it back.
But if we don't get up every day and make hits, none of that matters. So that's our job. That's what we focus on. And frankly, the results that we're talking about today and the guidance that we gave you for tomorrow, all of that is based on having made hits, having delivered hits, and an expectation that we are going to bless you, and an expectation that we're going to continue doing just that at a higher and higher level.
Thank you. Excellent.
Your next question comes from the line of Drew Crum of B. Riley Securities. Please go ahead.
Okay, thanks. Hey guys, good afternoon. So looking at your net bookings guidance, how, if in any way, is potential cannibalization from GTA 6 influencing your view or range of outcomes you see for fiscal 27? Thanks.
Look, the cannibalization doesn't really apply to the entertainment business. In the entertainment business, you compete against everything. You compete against your competitors. You compete against yourselves. You compete against nothing, the choice to do nothing. So if you're in the grocery business, like, everyone needs to eat. So you're competing with the grocery store next door. But with regard to entertainment, if there's something that you want in the market and then there's something else that you want, you'll try to buy both. And if there's nothing that you want, you won't buy either. So there's no one-to-one cannibalization. And in fact, history shows that when there's a big hit in the market, you know what it does? Energizes consumers around the entertainment market, and they consume more. So I actually think if we're fortunate enough to have the kind of year that we expect, maybe we'll even do a little better than we expect. That's not just going to be good for Take-Two and our labels, it's going to be good for the industry as a whole.
Thanks, Charles.
If you're new here, GTA
That
6 is on
concludes our
track
question and answer
for November
session.
19th.
I will now turn the call back to Strauss Zelnick for closing remarks.
I've spoken an awful lot today, and as you pointed out, I've been at a bunch of conferences lately too, so maybe no one needs to hear any more than me, more from me. I would like to say this though: we delivered great results that we talked about today, and we set a guidance that reflects great results going.
He's dodging those
All
questions.
of that comes from our colleagues around the world. So I want to take a minute to express this management team's enormous gratitude and my personal gratitude to our creative teams, our marketing teams, and our distribution teams, and our finance teams and our operations teams all over the world, more than 100 offices around the world, if I'm not mistaken, who work incredibly hard in an incredibly dedicated way to support our collective mission. All of this is because of their work. I get to organize the victory lap. So thank you to our team. And then I'd like to take a moment also to thank our shareholders and everyone who supports us and the people who attended this call.
Good question.
It's always nice to have a good news call, and we're really happy to share it with you all.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes today's call. Thank you all for joining. You may now disconnect.
Boo. All right. Okay, so you can do a little bit more than a plate on each side. Am I reading that right? Well, I don't know. That seemed to me like a big nothing burger. Sort of. We did get this, like, the price confirmed, not confirmed, but we know it's probably going to be about $80. We did also basically get like a November 19th confirmation. They're projecting big numbers. That's all the signs we were looking for. So the goal of today and looking at this call was not to, basically see if we're going to get trailer 3, because this is not the venue for that. Okay. This is a bunch of rich people, business stuff, shareholders. It's a, earnings call. They want to know, like, hey, what are you guys doing? What are you going to do to make me more money? That kind of thing. So in this earnings call, we were just trying to see if you're going, if you guys are projecting big numbers, because that's the good thing. Thank you so much, Jay Insom. I love saying your name during shout out time. Jay Insom. I love it. So, bro, thank you all so much. I can keep it going here for a little bit, ask y'all some questions and stuff. This was not about Trailer 3. I know some of you guys were putting the stuff in there like Trailer 3 just dropped. Believe me, I have my phone over here on my left and I've been refreshing it the entire time. If Trailer 3 did drop, we would have immediately stopped the earnings call and went right over to that. We did see basically Strauss Zelnick just have a bunch of corpo speak in response to everything. Of course, that's just going to be how it goes. He's not going to tell us anything we don't want to know. I'm sorry, he's not going to tell us anything we want to know that he doesn't want us to know unless there's a slip up. Only slip up was him dropping that mic, and it sounded like someone was playing Grand Theft Auto 6 in the background. I'm just kidding, but I don't know. Yeah. When did he say $80? There's a bunch of discussions and stuff that kind of point to it being 80. People were kind of highballing. He was like, nah, not quite that much, kind of lowballing, maybe a little higher, that kind of thing. We're going to land 70 to 80 for sure. Okay. I would not expect the game to be $60. But he did say that he wanted the game to feel good when consumers buy it. So that those crazy, ridiculous, absurd things of like GTA 6 is going to be $100. A lot of those guys in the room or on the call, that's what they want. They want that because they want that stock price to go up. They want your money. That's what they want. That's what that call is about. Those aren't gamers. But I would not expect that. Strauss Zelnick is an incredible businessman. And I mean, obviously, he leads the biggest entertainment thing ever, as you guys have heard me say a million freaking times. So yeah, looks like it's going to be good. He wants us to feel good about that transaction. Okay. So I'm hanging out with you guys. I don't have a gaming setup yet, but let me know if you'd like to go through The Last of Us Part 2 with me, because I haven't started it yet. So at some point, we can get that going. I actually had to go downstairs or over to another room and grab a TV to set this up. And thank you so much again to Sav for helping me set this up last second. Sav, if you're watching, I don't know. He has an appointment or something. I don't know about getting news for Grand Theft Auto 6 during, anything Sony related. I know I had that video where I was talking about it and saying maybe if they had some sort of business partnership or something. Ink TV, I don't know if you guys watch him. He did a breakdown of that video, like kind of a reaction video. And I think he hit it on the head. He just stopped the video. He was like, no, that will absolutely not happen. And yeah, that's right. Grand Theft Auto 6, I don't think is going to share the stage with anyone else. Now, I can't predict the future. And again, take everything I say with a grain of salt. I've given you guys so much salt that you're going to need a lot of water. So I'm not trying to kill you guys, but understand that it's probably very much going to be its own thing. Okay. I don't think we're going to get shreds of information stuff. This is not your traditional game release. Okay. So yeah, premium, Mad Mob, yeah, premium edition might be like 120. There might be some sort of like special amazing collector's edition to where you're looking, at a price that is like $120 or something like that. But other than that, it looks like it's going to be good $70-$80. So I haven't played The Last of Us Part 2 yet, so I don't know if it's good. People I know hate it and people love it, so I don't know what to expect. I know you guys have your own opinions and stuff on it, but I don't. I haven't played it. I love the first one. Is it any good? So yeah, I'm looking forward to playing as Joel again, the whole game, I know you play as Ellie for a little bit, but I haven't, I don't know. I just love that character. So I wanted to go through a whole game again, play as him, and just see how his relationship with Ellie develops over the course of the game. I'm really excited, I'm excited for that. So anyways. You guys are getting crazy in the chat. Sav actually told me before I did this, he's like, you need to get moderators, or you need to get like some of your community, like Norsky, if you're in here, man, if you want to be a moderator, bro, I would love to promote you to a moderator. But yeah, you guys are crazy. We are on track. So yeah, it's going to be good. Okay, so part 2 story is good. Or no, story is bad. You're saying gameplay-wise, it's amazing? Man, you're making me sad. I'm going to try it, man. I mean, I'm not going to not play it just because, people say it's... Oh, I'm cooked? What happens in it? Don't spoil it for me, okay? I had the Harry Potter movie spoiled for me forever ago. The whole Dumbledore dies. Or no, the books, even. That was back when all the kids were reading and stuff. Yes, but yeah, looks like no trailer 3, at least as of at this time. Now, it is possible, okay, that we will, get something today. But it seemed like Strauss Zelnick was a little cranky, and he was tired of answering questions, and he knows people are trying to get answers out of him that he doesn't want to answer. So he was basically like, look, I think I've answered enough, ha ha ha, and then got out of there and went to go lift some weights. So that's about all we got with that. But the good news, again, if you're new here and you're late, something like that, the good news here is that Grand Theft Auto 6 is on track for November 19th. They're projecting big numbers, and that is a good sign, guys. So this is good news. This whole 4chan thing about like, oh, there's going to be another delay. No. We're getting Grand Theft Auto 6 November 19th. None of that. You're late. What happened? So I checked the pinned comment. November 19th, we're good. Price is going to be reasonable. That's about all we got out of this earnings call. We didn't get anything about Trailer 3, of course, because that doesn't really concern the people who are on this call. Now, I will say that we did have a question about marketing efforts and stuff like that, and Strauss just kind of dodged it. So that's about all we got with that. But yeah. Oh, it's going to bring me to the dark side. I know Ellie goes crazy in it. That's all I know. Ellie goes nuts and kills a bunch of people. I played the chronological version, and I think I did all the flashbacks, and then I got to the point, like the part where she wakes up and the Asian dude's there. I forgot his name, but he seemed pretty cool. And he's like, hey, you kissed Dina or whatever, and he's messing with her. And I was like, I should do this. I should do this the way it was originally intended. Because I hear that there's multiple protagonists and stuff like that. So I'm gonna do that. But man, Last of Us Part 1 was amazing. And honestly, going right into The Last of Us Part 2 chronologically, like right after that, it feels good. Like it does. But then I see where it falls apart and people are like, no, the pacing's messed up. So because of you guys, I will start it over. Okay. So yeah, that looks to be about all we got. I'm trying to think if there's any other big news to share with you guys. So let me check on that real quick. What do we got as far as GTA 6 news? Just the same old crap. It's really funny because I make these videos, and here, I'll show you what I'm talking about. I make these videos for you guys, right? And then I come here, and I'm like, what's big? What's going on right now? And then I basically just find out it's the same crap that I've already talked about, and it's a big bummer. And I'm like, what are these guys doing? These are the gaming journalists. Why aren't you guys on top of it? Like, help me out. I'm the YouTuber, But yeah, there's nothing really good or big as far as news today, except for the fact that we are on track for November 19th. So it's okay. If you were worried about a delay today, you don't have to worry about that anymore. Now, recently, I did do like a big ass 14-hour video. If you are new to my channel and you want to check that out, I highly recommend it. To everyone who's like subscribed to me, I know it can get really annoying when I put one of those out. Who the hell's that? But I really would appreciate it if you're new here to go and check it out because it's pretty dope. 14 hours. It's basically all my videos in the past. So if you're new here, that thing goes deep, goes crazy. I've got an 8-hour and a 3-hour one as well. So go nuts, have fun. And look, there we are. Also, check out my mixtape video, guys. Like I put out videos other than Grand Theft Auto 6, and you guys asked for them. Ain't got nothing. Basically, you can listen to me bitch and moan in this mixtape thing. What did you guys think of mixtape? Have y'all played it? I had a couple of people comment on the video saying they liked it. So, I don't know. I wasn't too much of a fan, but yes, this was my very first live stream, dude. Very first. And thank you so much again to Sav for helping me get this going. I'm going to pull up his website one more time just because I think it actually... Oh, don't type in VI or it's not going to pop up. So it's 6hubhq.com. Do not start that out with a P. Something else might pop up. So basically what 6hub is it's just a collaborative website kind of thing to where you could come in and get a community going for Grand Theft Auto Online. It's got everything as far as news, all that kind of stuff. There's like an update. I'm not going to lie, I haven't actually gone through his website yet too much, but it does have a release schedule stuff. I know it's the bee's knees from the creator community that I'm a part of and what they're talking about and what they're following saying about it. We have a little thing with like a leaderboard and Bav's been on top of it and getting people in there. I'm not going to lie though, it's freaking awesome. I have a link to like help me with this competition, but I don't really care about competing. I just really believe in this website and think it's something cool because it's the GTA 6 creator community putting something together as kind of a central hub for players. There's like, no one's asking for your money. This isn't a sales pitch or anything. It's just legit something I think is pretty cool. And I really like Sav because he's really helped me when it comes to all of this. Like, he's helped me with almost everything when it comes to getting all this stuff going. So, you know, I figured I would shout it out. It wasn't just him who created it, though. It was a community effort. So, yeah, check it out. Dude, I am so dumb with Discord, okay? I am so dumb with Discord. Like, Sav's helping me with Discord right now, okay? It's been a process. I'm trying to get better at it. I don't know if someone could run it. I don't have time to run one. So, yeah, I would love to get you guys on there. I appreciate you guys. I'm just kind of watching the concurrent viewers drop down, and then I'm going to wrap it because we pretty much got into everything that we needed to. This is, so after people do live streams, what do? They just start cutting it up and then making, you know, videos and stuff out of it? I got to start doing that. So. No, it doesn't seem to be on the trailer. Yeah, I would love to do another collaboration with Sav, and yeah, we were talking about that today. We talk on the phone now, guys. We're like super exclusive. Discord does create family, and I've got a buddy he started a Discord called the Dive Bar. So if you're not familiar, on my Dandy Andy channel, you want a little bit of Dandy Andy lore before we're done here. Who knows what search results just popped up there? Well, anyways, there's a channel trailer and there's a bar in it called Tonstoffel, and that's a place that we used to go a lot growing up. So, oh yeah, 100%, man. Thank you, Social Myth. But anyways, Tonstoffel's like a bar we used to go to. I have a whiny breakup song here called that, you know, so a little bit of the lore there. So anyways, the Dive Bar is supposed to be like a Discord community that kind of brings back that community that we had there, because we used to go there and just kind of drink with people, and there's regulars. There's regulars at these kinds of dive bars, and they're old, and they have a bunch of crazy stories about like how they got bayoneted in a war, and you're just like, what the hell? Uncle Frank is based off of one of these guys from that bar. So yeah, I also had a guy there named Mark. He was always drinking, didn't have any teeth. And then one day he had teeth and then bought everyone a bunch of shots. So it was a crazy good time. So yeah, it's a real place. And it's in Arlington, Texas, if you ever want to go there. It's a good bar. Man, I cannot say how much I appreciate you guys, like enough. Like, you guys have helped me so freaking much with this channel and everything, like helping me get the word out, growing it and everything. It's just been such a freaking blessing doing all of this. Yeah. So it's been great. No, not Uncle Frank from Home Alone. It's 1 a.m. in Greece, and sleep well. So, yeah. Oh no, my face was in the music at the beginning of this. You can go back and see it for yourself. I am not shy about showing my face. It's in my post too. Anyways, y'all go watch this mixtape video. Let me know what you think, okay? I would really appreciate it. Here, I'm gonna be lame and post a link in the chat. Boom. Y'all go watch that. All right. I think that's it. Does anyone have any questions? Because I'll answer them now. I know there's a bit of a delay. Oh, love from Italy. Man, it's crazy how you guys from all over the world, man. Really appreciate you being here. How is Uncle Frank? He's very grumpy right now. I don't know if I'm going to make a video summarizing the earnings call. People can watch this. There's really not much to go over. You can make a short. Like, basically, the game is on track for November 19th. Price is somewhere between $60 to $80. That's it. Sleep well, homie. When will the next episode of the Dandy Andy Experience come out? I've been incredibly busy trying to do day-to-day releases, so it depends on when I can get Sav. Yeah, homie. Flame McGraw, what's up, man? Go back and watch all this. It's been pretty crazy, man. We had a good time. Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate someone watching the mixtape video. I've got that Starfield video, too. Do you think they'll stick with the animated character forever? Let's see. My bad. Do you think they'll stick with the animated character forever, or ever switch to a strictly face camera setup? Oh, me. I don't know. I've talked to Sav about that a little bit, because it's less expressive, right? But then I can work on all the little doodads and stuff behind the scenes without you guys seeing it, and I kind of like it. What are you talking about? I mean, you're seeing me right here. I'm actually a cartoon. Don't be cartoonist. God. It's the 21st century, guys. I thought we were past this. Cheers from Poland. Working Pixels. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Thank you, Cassidy Briggs. I can't, man, I really just cannot appreciate you. Like, say how much I appreciate you guys. It's so cool. I'm finally, like, here to be able to talk to you guys one-on-one. And so I know I should probably wrap it, but, like, I don't know. I'm just enjoying this. This is the first stream. Whatever. Let's have fun. I wish I could, like, put on a game and immediately start doing stuff with you guys, but, you know. Can I see myself starting my own GTA 6 server? with your fans? Probably not me, but I think Sav's going to start one, and I'll be a part of that if that's the case. He will start one, 100%. Sav's kind of a part of all that kind of stuff. Love from Romania? Damn, this is crazy. The whole world is eager for Grand Theft Auto 6. Let's see. No question from me. Just want to let you know that The Last of Us 2 melee combat is every drug you want to try. Addictive. That's good to hear, because my favorite so far has been RDR2. Do I still play Squad? I don't have the time, but if I did, I would. I love Squad. I don't sound nervous anymore. I've gotten used to this. It's weird. I want to start the God of War series. Okay, I'll ask you guys this. Would you rather me go through God of War or The Last of Us? And whichever one it is, anytime I play it, I'll stream it and we'll go through it together. Love from Finland as well. You guys are incredible. Last of Us 2 story ain't that bad. I haven't seen anyone say that today, so thank you. Yeah, you got me streaming before GTA 6, man. I've been very nervous about this. I've talked about this in the past. God of War's better than The Last of Us? That's a hot take. Or you mean The Last of Us Part 2? Dude, I went through Red Dead Redemption 2 and played, like I did a 400-hour playthrough. Hold on, let me see if I can pull something up for you. I'm really dumb right now, so just... You know, there's a thing about this whole live streaming thing is there's a bunch of buttons and stuff, and I have to be careful like what I show on screen, because Sav's like, oh yeah, one time I accidentally like put my code to whatever. You know, it's not like I have a massive porn collection or anything, but let's see. Red Dead Redemption 2. Game's a freaking masterpiece. I was so hesitant to play that game. Like, you guys would not believe. I don't have any of my screenshots loaded up, it seems. Oh, it's family mode. You guys have family mode enabled? Need that crap off. Okay. Yes, I do have it. Can I just... What happens if I do this? Okay. So, with Red Dead Redemption 2, I did like a 400-hour playthrough. And I took a bunch of screenshots. And I just had so much fun. And I had like these survival mods to where he even had like pee and like drink, all this kind of stuff. I went nuts with this. Hey, there's everyone's favorite character. Yeah, man. So I loved Red Dead Redemption 2. Absolutely loved it. I had a mod where you can like sit down, play the piano. It was really cool. Look at that weather. I got weather mods, all sorts of stuff. This game, man, is revolutionary. It is one of the greatest games. I think the greatest game, maybe, of all time. But I am biased with Metal Gear Solid 3. Everyone loves this scene. So, yeah. Anyways, let me know if we're going to do God of War or something. I don't know. I'll probably just put on something and see if you guys are interested in it with the actual live stream. So, let me look at your guys' freaking questions instead of just doing this. Yeah, family mode with the douche shirt on, exactly. Yes, I also love to change his clothes as the story progresses. Bro, I will remember. I will remember. How do you say your name? Is it Vupe or Voop? Vupe. I'm terrible at pronunciation. You guys know this by now. Yes, it is the best game of all time. Love from South Africa. Much love to you, Private Parts. I love that name. Okay, so Last of Us Part 2's Melee is better than RDR2. Well, I'm super excited to try it. Yes, I've seen... Well, is there a new scary movie? Or are you talking about the OG? I've seen all the OGs. I haven't seen Scary Movie 6. I don't even know if that's out or not yet. Did someone put something and I didn't respond? Flame McGraw, what did you do? You were super nice. Oh my goodness, Flame McGraw just gave out 5 memberships, guys. Take them. Basically, how the membership system works on my channel is I try not to give y'all too much more because I don't believe hiding things behind the paywall, but I'm not dumb, and I also do want to give the opportunity to have something help the channel, you know? So, and also give people badges and stuff. It's cool. So yeah, I've got a membership system. Take it if you want it. You get access to videos early. That's about it. And you get cool emojis. That's about all I can offer you, and a cool badge, and in 10 years you get a gold star. Yeah, dude, it's kind of crazy. Yeah, oh, hell yeah, I'm going to stream Grand Theft Auto 6. That's basically what today was a test for, especially Trailer 3. You know, there's all these people who do these live streams, and like they're going to catch it. I want to catch it. It's funny too that you guys basically noticed I'm not nervous anymore. I was super, super nervous when I started this. I don't know why. I used to be a musician. Well, I hate saying used to, but I used to play many, many shows in front of a bunch of people. Maybe it was the alcohol that helped. I don't drink anymore. I can't make an ass out of myself. But man, I am so happy that frickin' murder trial's over, guys, and I am so happy to be back with y'all. Like, that was some wild stuff. So, really, thank you guys for, you know, being patient with me during that time. It was insane. A face reveal. I'll show you my face. Oh, wait, I don't want to type in my name. Hold on. You know what? Here's a face reveal. There you go. That's me. That's not my name. Don't read my name. Anyways. This is a cover of Cosmic Castaway from Electricity. I don't know if you guys have seen... what is that movie? It's a space movie. It was animated. It came out back in the day. Anyways, it was pretty dope. And Cosmic Castaway opened it. So I did a cover of this, and Electricity actually reached out to me and gave me their thoughts on the cover, because apparently I'm like the only person who covered it. It was really cool. And recently they did a remake of it. So, yeah. In fact, let's end on this. That feels appropriate. I'm going to play this for you guys. Ask your questions. I might answer them after the video, and then we'll call it, okay? Let me know if my screaming sucks. This is not mixed. Everyone says shit like that. Let's just go. Thanks, homie. I appreciate that. We're closing out with some music. This will probably be the norm. I'm going to do this from now on. So I was simping really hard for some chick at the time, and it didn't work out, so I made this video. Yeah, Blindside's great. Yeah, it's on Spotify. Man, thank y'all. It's really cool to be able to share my music with you guys like this. Y'all finna make me cry. I'm not even joking. Thanks, Ross. Really appreciate you, homie. Yeah, my hair is still this long. Really appreciate you guys watching. Man, it means a lot to me to have you guys here. This is awesome. I'm probably going to do more live streams in the future. Thanks for making it to the end of this one. Gonna let the guitar play out, maybe answer a question or something. You guys are freaking amazing. I love each and every one of you, man. Really, you guys have given me so much. Like, this opportunity has just been so freaking cool, man. Man, y'all finna made me cry. Those were rough times, and yeah, the set is based off of that room and my life in that time period. A lot of really bad stuff went down. Maybe this is kind of like a weird way of sharing it with you guys, you know, kind of like a cathartic experience. I don't know. Someone said, is this my outlet for processing trauma and stuff in the past? I got a lot of crazy stories. I'll share them with you guys in the future, okay? But hey, I really appreciate you guys tuning in. Freaking love you guys, and like, I mean that, you know, like the kind of meaning where you say that and you feel it in your chest. I really mean it. Like, thank you guys. Anyways, that's it for this first stream. I hope it was acceptable. I'm sorry I was rough. Much love. And yeah, much love and peace, y'all.